Is it okay to perform oral sex on someone who is having their menstrual period? I am so glad you're asking, and I am happy to answer your question here so we can all learn. If you are of reproductive age or having relationships with people who are still having menstrual cycles and are wondering if oral sex can still be on the menu during menstruation, here's the spill on menstrual oral sex, pun intended. But first, I am Dr. Tanji, the sex doctor, board certified clinical sexologist, and your most trusted, honest, and fun sexpert on this platform. I am so happy you're here, curious, and ready to learn about sex. We are a global sex positive community that gathers in this safe space to talk openly and unapologetically about all things human sexuality. I invite you to subscribe so you don't miss out on the interesting discussions that happen here. You may also become a member of the Sex Curious or Sex Intelligent Club for exclusive content not available here. Subscribe and stick around. Don't be shy. Now back to oral sex during menstrual period. Performing oral sex on someone during their menstruation or having someone perform oral sex on you if you're the one with the period may be okay as long as these conditions are met. Number one, you're both okay with it. If you're the one with the thirst to perform oral sex on someone who is having their period, ask them if it would be okay to do that. Some people become more aroused during menstruation and are not deterred by the idea of having blood involved in the mix. If the person with the period is okay with receiving oral sex, it is a win-win. Number two, remember that the chances for transmission of sexually transmitted infections increases slightly during menstruation, so make sure that you are both STI tested and that it is safe. If in doubt, either refrain or wait until you both can gain more clarity on STI status. You may also wear a dental dam if you would like to proceed but want an extra layer of protection. Number three, communicate openly and continuously with your partner. Do not just go down on your partner to perform oral sex when they're on their period if this is something that you have never done or discussed before. You may get them off guard and the reaction may not be what you expect. If you're the one with the menstrual period and want to receive oral sex, ask your partner before sexual activity begins so you give them time to think about it, ask questions, and have an open dialogue about it if they need to. Number four, respect the preferences of your partner. Do not coerce, harass, or shame your partner for their openness or lack of to engage in oral sex during their menstrual period. Ultimately, you should not want your partner to have a negative experience or response, and you both want to have a good time. Number five, respect boundaries. If you have agreed to engage in oral sex during menstruation, but either of you changes your mind, speak up and be honest. Other forms of sexual connection are always available even during a person's period. And is it safe to ingest menstrual fluid? The flow that comes out of the vagina during menstruation is made up of cells that line the uterine wall, connective tissue, and blood. When conception does not happen during ovulation, the uterus sheds the content that would have otherwise served to nourish the fertilized egg. Ingesting this fluid is generally okay unless there is a sexually transmitted infection, which can be passed on from genital to mouth contact. So, if you're aroused by the smell or like the taste of the menstrual flow or the genitals during this time of the month, as long as it is safe and your partner consents, there is nothing wrong with enjoying oral sex. Quite the opposite. Now that you know that it might be okay to have oral sex during menstruation, it may be exciting to know that you don't have to put oral sex on hold during those 4 to 5 days out of the month. So enjoy. If you enjoy oral sex during menstruation, either giving or receiving it, leave me your comments below. This is Dr. Tanji, the sex doctor, and I'll see you next time.